Oh, did you? You're on the coat?
I don't know.
No.
I didn't go down.
Where's Patsy? Okay. Hi.
Oh well.
You look fantastic. I
always self-judge the second we come on here.
Happy anniversary. We had
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy anniversary.
We had a deep anniversary.
Yeah.
Very deep. Very because it's been 43,800 and some odd hours.
It's a lot of hours.
Yeah, we were separate for very small amount. Even if you look at everything, I mean, how often have we been separate? Not
often,
right? I mean, compared to that many hours. I mean, we usually equate things to days, months, years.
Yeah.
But we never really pay attention to how present you have to be for all of that. So that's what connection tells you, I suppose.
Oh, let's talk about connection a little bit. Here's what.
Yes.
So I spent some time the other day going through a lot of twin flame groups and places where twin flames talk.
Well, okay.
I don't know. I don't know if that's correct, but it anyway. I don't know. I let spirit kind of guide me and into what the actual root of most of the questions that people are asking, most of the turmoil that people are in, most of the sadness and the heartbreak that people are feeling. All this really comes down to connection and not understanding it. Not understanding what the hell connection is and why they're feeling the way they're feeling and why they're obsessing. Obsessions running rampant.
Right.
And yeah, so
is the obsession because you really never let anybody in that deep into the connection you have to yourself?
Oh, man.
And if you did, you had a dialogue that kind of.
Yeah, it very much is like, you know, in deep thought the other day, and I'm trying to. I was actually trying to find the answer to that, but it was asked in a different way. But it's personal experience is fear of really allowing and understanding that somebody cares for me genuinely. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in a genuine way, not with ulterior motives or, you know, that can be thrown away or walked away from. You know, and that's hard to accept. And it's amazing how I'm watching people who don't understand the connection what the connection means in that, right? Oh my God, he's going off and he's marrying somebody else. Or, oh my God, she's having a baby with somebody else. Now they're married, now they're having a baby and my life is over. We get a lot.
But the connection remains.
Connection doesn't go away. And that's what, you know, trying to explain to people, that kind of pisses them off. You know what I mean? Because it just doesn't. But
if you watched our journey, I surrendered to that.
Right.
And then everything. I mean, how do you come full circle? And
right.
It's almost like what you have to understand is your love enough without condition to love at all, regardless of their choices?
True.
Because sometimes to love someone, you think it's about them choosing you instead of you accepting what choices they make and the choices that you make. It's really hard to accept choices and the way that we decide on those choices. Hi, Michelle.
We have a coach in the room.
Yeah. She put, could the obsession be the fear of losing them for good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's definitely it. Or it definitely is that. That is definitely one of them. Another one is it was a lie. It was this whole twin flame thing was a manipulative move to keep me in your life.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To brainwash me and make me understand that you are the one for me.
Mm.
And nobody else is connected the way we are.
Right.
And the fear of that being a lie. Yeah, that's big. But then you have somebody who cares for you and who you really feel is caring for you and showing you genuine love. And I wanted to say unconditional love, but man, it's awful hard as a human being. We do the best that we can, right? But somebody comes to you claiming unconditional love, and then for it to be not as expected.
Yeah.
That's big, right? So yeah, that all contributes to the fear of allowing yourself to become so free in this connection to just be who it is you really are and come out of this shell of who you really are and the type of person you are. And then there's a series of little fears that contribute to the big fear, you know, like it's almost like going up a staircase, right? Okay, I'm going to get up the first step. I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to be vulnerable and get up the first step, and it feels comfortable and it feels good, and it's being whatever that step is in you is being reciprocated, and it's bubble love, and it's the honeymoon stage, the first 5, 6, 7 steps, right? And then it feels good, and then and you're starting to trust, and then you step on another step, and then there's something small or something little that's rejected, and it's not meant to be rejected, it just is. And instead of going 1 step, we go down 5 more, right? We go down 5 more, and we start back here while the other person's still up on the step trying to figure out where the hell you went.
Destructive rabbits. You know what I believe is so beautiful about our connection and all this time? One of the biggest things that I think is my biggest aha after us spending and being with each other and everything that we went through. I had experienced this space where I realized that all of my fear was readily available to you in the very beginning, and then slowly but surely it was healing because we were talking about what our fears were between us.
Yeah.
And then at some point I didn't realize that healing thing, the healing of expressing and communicating it was making it less, was making the fear go away, because fear only gets its power from our wounds that we don't want to heal. That's where fear gets its energy.
Right.
So now looking at it, looking as deep as we have in our connection and why we do what we do and why we're here, sharing everything we share. That's been the secret all along, is that you're still giving your fear all of its power. You're giving your disconnect all of the power through your fear of when you were open and without judgment sharing things that you fear, and then where they came from, the wounds that initially powered them in the beginning, or in the spaces that they were powering them.
Mm-hmm.
You've disintegrated because of our connection. I've been able to disintegrate a lot of my fear that used to exist, of not surviving, of not being able to be connected. Even the fear of you with Ron and then Cameron coming along, and the fear of us never being together was a fear long before then, of losing somebody I was connected to, or not having the person I was connected to, and never being able to trust it. And, you know, our friendship, and then our openness, and then the space of the unknown, where you don't need to label whether you're friends. You don't need to label whether you're not connected or not. You don't need to label anything. You're just in that free space. and you accepted me in that space. That never left. That's still there now. And I believe that's what's pulled us together and kept us deeply connected, opened us up to one of the things that really, I think, everybody's searching for, the space of total acceptance. And it's hard to find that if your fear is still being powered because you stop talking about it.
Right.
I mean, fear, like I said, is only getting its power from you because once you started healing it with this person you're connected to, it scared you because you didn't have it up until this point. And you literally hold the past as the ransom of why you're not connected now. And that's where fear gets its energy from. I love being connected to you more than I love being connected to fear. And I didn't realize that was a choice. And a lot of we're seeing that a lot. People that come to us, people that have actually expressed where they're stuck at, people have expressed, I've been wounded, I was hurt by other people, and that's what destroyed my connection. You didn't even see that. No, you destroyed your own connection by choosing that past over the connection.
Right.
And it's a common thing. It's a common thing because we've never been taught to see it in that way. I love you. And happy anniversary.
Yes.
We've got a lot of happy anniversaries that are coming here.
Yes.
Thank you guys for that. I know I stopped obsessing when I realized we were always going to be in each other's lives. But then did you accept them, and did they accept, or did you accept you accepting them in that space? And I think that's where it becomes tricky. Hello, guys. Hi. Hi, everybody who said hi. When I realized my twins' healing and relationships were not my burden of business, that's when I felt true freedom.
That's big too.
Mm-hmm.
That's big. That's big, and that shows growth.
Yeah. I need to rewatch this again. It's deep blessings, much love. Oh, yeah, thank you. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming on. Are you going to do another Halloween? Ooh, is that where you did the little? Yeah, be prepared. Be prepared. That's all I gotta say.
You asked for it, you got it.
Yeah, I don't think we've really decided who we're gonna be.
Do you want it?
I will be 50 in 13 days. In 10/17.
50.
Yeah.
50.
Well, it's interesting because there's our 55.
50.
The 55 that we've been seeing a lot this year because we got our
You're 55?
Well, our 5th anniversary and my 50th.
You got your AARP card, right?
Stop.
You did?
Sherry was hilarious last year. Sherry's hilarious anytime.
I still have that costume. Oh shit. Oh man.
I love your smile.
Look, we're talking about connection.
Yes.
We are doing a 90-day connection to union. It's going to be interesting. We got a secret group we're going to be putting you in for the program on Facebook. So there'll only be very few people in there. We're going to be doing videos and discussions on connection. What is connection? Understanding connection. What is connection is the first video. What is it?
Yeah.
Let's get down to what the hell is it? Okay. And then understanding it. Now I know what it is. Let me understand connection.
Yeah.
Okay. Understanding connection and why it's important in this journey. Right. Then we're going to have a final question and answer and wrap up video.
Okay.
And then the next series is going to be understanding the connection to others and why it's important. Others being brothers, sisters, children, parents, friends, right?
Yep.
And then understanding the connection to your twin, why it's different, how it's different, what it means, right? Understanding connection in and out of separation. I understand this connection feels this way in separation,
Mhm.
and I understand connection feels this way outside of separation,
Mhm.
right? That video is going to be really powerful, I think. And then the final wrap up of that series, and then the final one is going to be accepting connection,
Yes.
however it's coming to you,
Mhm.
right? And then allowing the connection once you've accepted it, big.
That's the biggest part.
And then being in connection,
Yeah.
living in connection. And then the live wrap up. Somebody asked for the cost. So the cost for all of the videos, all of the getting in the group, the whole deal, all, let's see, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 videos and discussion. That's 3 months. The whole cost is only $400, but you don't have to do all that at once. You can pay $150 a month
Mhm.
for the next 3 months, or until you're like caught up on that video, if that makes sense.
Yep.
Or you can pay $38 a week.
Mhm.
Try to make it affordable for everybody.
That was so what is the cost?
Try to make it affordable for those of you who want to pay like by video. So you'll be put in the group, and then we're gonna watch these. We're gonna record the videos. We're gonna have you watch them in the group or whenever. You can even do a watch party. That'd be kind of cool. We might even do 1 or 2 of those. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
We'll watch it together. We don't watch any of our videos, but that'd be interesting.
How do we sign up?
To watch, email me. Email us at info@relationshipreinvented.com. It's pretty easy. I don't know if you can put the flyer. Can you put the flyer down there or not?
In this part,
Yeah.
I
You
don't.
can try.
I don't know. I know I can put it in the community. I don't know how to put it
Okay,
on.
put it in the community. And
Yeah.
if you're a member of the
If you subscribe to us, you'll see it.
if you're a member of the Twin Flame Work Group, Twin Flame Work Group by Relationship Reinvented on Facebook, it's posted in there too. But let's get down to let's throw everything away. Let's come with empty minds and learn about connection,
Yes.
and figure it out from step 1. So let's just stop walking and sit down, and then put different shoes on.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep. Do you have any suggestions for self-care, ideas of things to do for you, especially when your twin is not being responsive? Yes. Everything that you're communicating to the person you're connected to, don't expect to hear from them. Because what you're doing, you're predetermining an outcome, but sometimes that seems to be how we disconnect from the connection. We start getting into, I'm going to send this and see if they respond. And then you find yourself in the waiting game. And if you've never played the waiting game, or if you have played the waiting game and got hurt, this is just more of the waiting game and getting hurt. Being more into actually start looking into how you're connected to yourself. The things that you say and the way that you are with yourself in this moment really dictates a lot in this connection. Hard to see, but I promise you, a lot of it has a lot to do with how you actually show up for yourself. Sometimes you actually are listening more to more stuff in your head than just being present in the moment and listening to your heart. Your heart's always going to be the way in to the connection. Your head is always the way out. Hopefully that makes sense. But
Makes
that would be
sense.
where the self-care comes into place. How often are you with your heart versus your head? The head will give you a dialogue that kind of leads you away. It's almost like those breadcrumbs that it gets eaten up behind you if you're in your head in this connection.
We're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Being in your head when we're because that's not where the connection's at.
Mm-mm.
And we're going to talk about that in this series. We're going to go hard on the difference in connection in your head and connection in your soul. It's 2 different things. If you're connected in your head, right, we need to get rid of that connection completely.
Yeah.
That's got to go. So we're going to get you understanding what connection is on a soul level and how it feels and what you're going through and why you're going through what it is you're going through. We can point right back to why you're having these issues.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Hello. As soon as people show up. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Any more questions? We got time for maybe one or two more questions before
Yes.
before
Hopefully
we
that
take
answered
off.
the question about self-care. Really good place to start is be present. No, that's kind of hard on this connection, but the only thing hard about it is, are you in your head or your heart?
Yeah.
Hi guys, I feel my twin sexually with others. Sometimes it feels painful, but other times it isn't. I struggle with being jealous and frustrated to why I have to feel this energy from him. Any advice?
Oof.
Been there, done it, experienced it, talked about it, communicated about it.
Got a t-shirt even.
Yeah, we got a trophy. When you don't feel pain in it, the sexual pull and push actually is the sexual connection that you share with them,
Mm-hmm.
and it's them with themselves with you. When I was with myself and I was thinking about her, she felt that and felt all the energy that had. But then she also felt when I was with somebody, because I wanted to be with her instead of the person I was with, she felt that too, and that came with the pain. So that sounds right.
That's right.
When we communicated, that's
the common misconception is, I'm going through all this pain and they're over there having a good time. They're over here, they're having a blast. They're over there going out, seeing their buddies, chilling, hanging out, doing their own thing. And I'm over here in fetal position crying.
There's no truth to that. There's no truth. We've actually seen people wake up because of that, and then wake up to the connection because of that actual experience. I thought, because I didn't understand for a long time what that was. And then when I actually did experience it, and then I just finally closed my eyes to see what the hell this was, I remember being so angry and pissed off because I didn't figure it out sooner. But then it started to make sense with why you were able to tell me when I was with somebody. I never understood that until I felt it. And then I was like, ooh, this shit sucks. Because you don't know that you can have something like that. I remember seeing the images. I remember I'll never forget it. I mean, it's kind of after that, I started to realize, oh shit. My sexual self and my connection to it was only present when it was you with somebody else, not before then, nor did I see the problems I had with connecting to myself sexually until then. Because sometimes you did it just as a way to connect, but never understanding that you weren't really looking for connection if you were disconnected from your sexual self. Does that make sense? Yeah. So you start to figure out whether or not you're using yourself or you're not in this connection in this space. The things that will arise in you will be jealousy, will also be the frustration why you have to go through it. But then you might want to look at how do you connect to your own sexual self to connect to anyone else. Right. If you know how to have sex with somebody and not be in your head, not be in your emotions, not be in your physical self. I mean, we've heard it because of some forms of abuse that have pushed people up to a space in their head. They know how to disconnect. They didn't realize that you need to be fully connected to yourself in a lot of ways. And that comes into this connection. I was never fully connected to myself until you, in every single way imaginable, when we make love or when we're intimate with one another. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know. Yeah, it's the same thing for, I think, everybody. Yeah, I can see that. Is that how you would have answered it? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Feeling this energy with them, when you feel it without the pain, do you join them? Or do you sit there and still just kind of go, what the hell is this? And just kind of not even explore what the actual feeling is. The more you start to feel it that way, the more that they'll start getting the head, wait a minute, this has another space. If you end up rejecting it when there's no pain, they feel the pain. Yeah. It's almost like you can give it back to them. I hope this makes sense. Yeah. It makes sense with the way I experienced it. Yeah, yeah. I just know, and I know that that's what you said, and we were like, holy crap, how come we weren't taught this coming into this world? Nobody knows. Right. They've all become so isolated and independent in thought of feeling no connection that they didn't realize that this was their birthright.
And then you find one person that you have the most amazing sex with, and that's the one you're connected to, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
And then they find out that not so much.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Let's see when what clicked for you, Lee, that you had realized Sherry didn't need you to fix anything, but just listen. See this a lot with masculine. I think the question points to the space of fixing, right? Let's talk about fixing something for me. And this is something very powerful. Can you fix a broken heart? If you ask your heart's going to have something very, very powerful to let you know about a broken heart. A broken heart is a thought pattern that keeps repeating. So it's not even in your heart, it's in your head. The heart's been beating for you all along. It's unconditional in that result. But once you make it, you have a broken heart, you think that there's nothing you can do to defend it, where really it's the thought process of telling yourself you have a broken heart. If you look inside, your own answer is going to tell you, can you break something that's still beating for you? No, but your thoughts about it are broken. That's why you can't see what actually is a broken heart, because the mind is actually abandoning and pointing at the thing that it's saying is broken. And the deeper you look into that, the more you'll find the answer, the real answer to that question. And I don't know if it's masculine, feminine, as much as it is a taught process to either masculine or feminine. It's more predominantly taught to masculine because of the emotions, because of emotional connection or emotional disconnection. I had a lot of ways to connect to Sherry emotionally because of how I was raised, but I was also not really good at returning that or experiencing. I don't know what that was. I don't know if there was a way to return that kind of energy. So I knew how to receive it from her, but I didn't know how to get it.
Right.
Let's see. My TF says he have been thinking of me a lot and wants to see me soon, but actually he just says this connection makes me so sad. Interesting.
The connection makes her sad. She's in a headspace.
Yeah. And once she actually plays the thing of sad, does this connect you to yourself or disconnect you from yourself?
This connection shouldn't make you sad, shouldn't make you angry, shouldn't make you triggered. It just is.
It should make you look at the connection you have to yourself.
This is why we're doing this connection series, because there's so many people out there who really just don't seem to understand what connection is. And I just want to I kind of clarify what the connection is and what it feels like and why we feel these pains and yeah. How do you send the pain back? Oh, I missed one, but I'll get that. I think he said he wanted to send the pain back, but there's no sending pain.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can
activate their pain, but you can't send your pain to them because you haven't even embraced your pain.
Right.
So you can activate their pain by embracing your pain.
Yeah, but I understand what they're saying because I felt it, the pain when you were sleeping with somebody else, and I was feeling that, and I knew what it was. You know, the only thing that I could do at that point in time was exactly what I did when I was younger in a position that I shouldn't have been in, or that I, you know what I mean, is block it and go into a space of no feeling, which is what I did, and then it just kind of amplified it. Actually,
that's what caused the pain to come back.
That's what caused it to come back. It was pretty intense. But I understand what they're saying about. I want him to feel. I wanted her to feel, or whatever, the same pain that I was feeling, because it was excruciating. So yeah, of course I wanted to send pain back.
Yep.
Some days.
Thank you so much for your videos. They've helped me understand this connection better. The connection to yourself or the connection to the person you're connected to. We actually hope that, we're hoping that both, the one that we want, the one thing that's important in this connection, in twin flame connection, I don't know if anybody in this, I hear community a lot. let's just talk connection for a minute. Is this connection here to give you the connection you have to yourself? Or is this connection here to give you a connection to someone else? One of those is the answer. It's the one that you got to look inside to figure out which one of those answers is right for you. The more we all keep looking outside for information about this connection, the more we stop looking inside for the answers of where the connection actually comes from. That's why we keep doing this. That's why we keep coming up, and we're drowning because everything is flooded. And I think people are barely finding this. We haven't seen very much. And I think it could be that people are finding their way to us because they're actually looking inside for answers, and somehow or another we show up. We get that a lot. We're not doing this to I think we're doing this to actually support what the connection wanted from us. And there's been times where we both looked at each other and went, is this really something we should keep doing? I think we've almost unplugged here in the last 2 years, a couple of times.
Yeah.
And we keep going, you know what? We're not going to survive. Keep doing this. We were just not. We're going to be honest with you. We have given way more than we've ever received.
Right.
And I think there's a point where we're gonna unplug, but we don't want to do that without this message being here. Because 20 years from now, when somebody does find this, maybe they'll flood it in there once they figure out what we're saying. And I never meant to be alien, but I meant to point you back inside so you could actually hear your soul still have the same shape, but the thoughts around it trying to change the shape of it. And it's impossible to do in this connection. And that's literally why we're all here. You guys just keep connected. It's important. And whether we're here or not, don't count on somebody giving you the answers that you already have inside yourself.
Let's make it clear we're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
Right.
No,
yeah.
but we both
Yeah,
I think we both reach a point where we're like,
yeah.
But we love you guys. We'll continue. If you need Lee and Sherry, come find Lee and Sherry. Running towards connection is better than not.
Yeah.
It's when you run towards disconnect that you might find more disconnect.
Get in on this 90-day connection series. It's 90 days. We're gonna wrap it up towards the end of the year, and that way you can start 2020 with a fresh new perspective after this series, and understanding what connection is and why we are acting and reacting the way we are. Understanding the connection to your twin, understanding your connection to your family, to others, and allowing connection and accepting connection. And let's just first start with, what the hell is it? Right? Let's start there. And let's talk about our personal experience. And we're going to really go into depth and talk about these videos live with you guys. And there's just going to be a small group of us in a private group. And we're going to watch Lee and Sherry's recorded videos about connection. And we're going to talk about them. And I talked about us in the third person. That was interesting. And so we're making this affordable for everybody. So we really want to get this out there. So there's so much less confusion, because it's really a cluster mess out there. And thank you guys for watching.
Absolutely.
Root camp, we're still doing full root camps, as well as our coaches who are certified to do root camp. Lee and Sherry, here it is, third person. There it is. We are still doing full root camp. So we don't know how long we're going to be doing that. We'd stopped for a while, we picked it back up. Then we stopped for a while, and then we picked it back up. Also, if you're interested in doing what we're doing right now, you want to help talk to people, you want to help spread the mission or fulfill mission, you want to help spread
or how it's all connected.
Yeah,
if you're looking for figuring out how it's all connected, you do that inside yourself first, then you realize how it's all connected outside of it.
Go on relationshipreinvented.com, learn how to become a coach, and we will we'll handle that for you. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Yes.
And if you're interested in 90-day connection to union, email us at info@relationshipreinvented.com. and we will get you in the group.
And don't forget to subscribe to this channel.
Yeah.
I like that. I want to say this.
Okay.
Relationships aren't here to make you happy. They're here to make you conscious. Powerful. And I don't think it really matters who said it. I mean, Eckhart Tolle said it, but I mean, it really does resonate on the inside.
With everybody.
What this connection is here to give you. We
I
love you
love
guys. Thank you for taking time with us today. Yes, I know. Rough night. Oh, actually, anniversary night. We'll see you soon.